Okay, hello and welcome to my second narrated video. This time it's against Bacon, now known as Scampy, on the Pokébeach forums. One of the moderators who usually does double battles rather than singles, and this match probably reflects that quite a lot, since the team he used was adapted from doubles to singles and wasn't really at all defensive. So it's quite interesting to see the different style of play, going from the switching singles to the aggressive doubles game. So I lead with Mesprit and he has Ambipom. We started this already before we got disconnected, so I know he's got fake out U-turn, and unlike the previous times he's gone and U-turned first rather than fake out. So Scizor comes in to take either, but in comes Mismagius, and I've already seen it has Will-O-Wisp as well, so Snorlax is the best general counter check whatever I have against it. I know it's Carmine type and I'm pretty sure it isn't going to stay in, but just in case it does I crunch anyway. But Ambipom comes back in and thanks to the burn it takes that like it was nothing. So this time I go out to Vaporeon so as not to be too predictable and go into Scizor every time. And Vaporeon takes a fake out again like it's nothing, so that was perfectly fine. I protect to see what he wants to do, and he's going to U-turn, so I now wish instead, because there was no point in attacking if I know he's just going to switch anyway. And wish lets my next switch be a lot easier to do because I can recover whoever's coming in. So Mismagius is the one that comes in, and again the only real thing I have on it just now is Snorlax, so I go straight back to that because there's not much else I can do. The Will-O-Wisp misses, but it doesn't matter because I'm already burned, and I know he wants to switch and I want to try for paralysis, so I go Body Slam, and unfortunately it doesn't paralyze, which means Breloom gets the Toxic Orb and it's now immune to status. At this point I go to Shaman because I believe Shaman was probably the best thing I had on it in case it spored, and it substituted, so yeah. But I go for the sub myself because I was expecting Spore, and it didn't Spore, it Focus Punched, but it also critted, so it kind of helped that I did sub, and basically I have to have a go now for attacking it. And thankfully, because I know somebody who's got the Glycida Flower, whatever the item is, on Platinum, I have Air Slash on my Shaman as a trade-off, so I could threaten it out, and basically that let me get the Leech Seed in this turn, so that I could recover enough to bring it in later. Thankfully I survived that Focus Punch, but yeah. Ambipom comes back in, it's probably going to U-turn because it's the best thing it can do on Shaman and it grants it a free switch, and Gliscor takes it literally as if it's nothing. So in comes again Mismagius. This thing annoyed me for most of the game because I only had Snorlax to deal with it. And so I have to go back to Snorlax and it Carmines. So Snorlax is enough of a defensive beast that it can take several Thunderbolts even after a few Carmines, and I've seen already it doesn't have Hidden Power Fighting. So I curse up so that I can two-hit KO with Crunch, and basically I know I can live this Thunderbolt coming, but it's a Carmine that comes first to try and offset that. Crunch does a lot of damage. It would have one-hit KO'd if not for the burn, but I know now that he's going to attack and that's it, and I don't want to lose Snorlax so early because I know something else is going to come later which Snorlax is needed for. So I use Rest instead, and seeing that he's probably going to take this turn to go back to Breloom, I switch to Scizor because I have Choice Band Bullet Punch on my Scizor. It's a different one from last time, so in comes the Bullet Punch here and I get a crit and we've been debating whether this mattered or not, but I'm fairly confident in my choice band bullet punch of it one-hit KOing regardless. But it seems a bit bad anyway, you know, the crit just adds insult to injury. But in comes Charizard. This was quite interesting because I hadn't actually seen what Charizard could do yet. Vaporeon seems a general enough attack counter to it, and he uses Focus Blast. I didn't know it was special attacking, so I guess he was expecting a Snorlax switch, but Charizard's the usual one I would see would be Bellizard, if anything. So I wish, because I know it's not going to kill me, and basically I protect here so that I can get my HP back, and again that stops the fake out. So if he U-turns here, then I'll wish anyway, you know, because I can still wish up and he does U-turn. So I believe it's Miss Magius that comes back in just now, eventually. Yeah, it's Miss Magius that comes back. So I use Wish, as I said, and basically I'm going to take this opportunity to go to Shaman because it isn't going to Shadow Ball, because that's not really an option. It's either going to Calm Mind, Will-O-Wisp, or Thunderbolt, and Shaman could take any of them. So Shaman gets its Wish up, and it's perfectly fine. But it does mean that he has a turn of setups, so I'm going to go back out to Snorlax now and eventually wake up to start attacking the thing. And at this point he gets 3 Calm Minds before I actually wake up, but he still can't 3-hit KO me with Thunderbolt. So basically I'm still in a decent position with it here. Yeah, here's the first Thunderbolt now. You see it doesn't even do 200 damage, so you know, we're perfectly fine. Yeah, he's attacks once more, and then now I wake up and crunch. Just missing the KO. This is the one time I regret not having any attack EVs on this thing, but the defense is too important. This time I do sacrifice it because I don't want him Calm Minding further and ending up completely killing me before I get any chance to do anything. So this time I do just kill it, and Snorlax is going to be a sacrifice later on in the game. And he brings in Flygon. I hadn't seen Flygon yet, so I didn't really know what it was going to do. Flygon's usually choiced, so Gliscor seemed a pretty good option, and it turns out it's Life Orb, but Gliscor's still a good option, so it didn't really matter much. He goes for the Dragon Claw again and die Roost, because I can, and I looked at how much I recovered, and I seen I can take 2 Dragon Claws from here, so I take this turn to Swords Dance. He ends up switching to Empoleon, which was quite cool, because I knew I'd be faster because I've given it speed EVs, and basically Earthquake would probably be a one-hit KO. But it was a bit of an odd move because he switches out, but I had to try the Earthquake anyway. It's annoying because if I'd have Stone Edged, I would have KO'd, and you know that would have made this fight a lot easier. But oh well. Since I know it's special attacking now, Vaporeon's a good option to go to, and Flamethrower does nothing, really nothing. Again, I know he's going to switch, so I believe I wish again here, so that it just makes everything a lot easier to wish up first. No, I surfed this time because I seen what else he had left, and basically he couldn't really do much with anything apart from Empoleon, so I protect and he Stealth Rocks, which was quite surprising, but a good move on his part. But again, now I know he has to switch, and nothing else he has can really take a Surf very well. So I do Surf this time, and Ambipom almost dies. Again, just missing the KOs here. But that shows the importance of Stealth Rock in the game. I don't know why I didn't protect on that move, actually. Fake Out was a needless hit to take, but oh well. He double hits here, does reasonable damage, and then dies to Surf. And basically that's it for the first part.